Rounds of 69 and 63, Sandy.
Yeah, although it's 150, 130 to the front, you've got to carry it at least 138 because the green does duck in there, and that is just a little long. Now, these greens will run off. Short side yourself a little bit. They're not going to have a lot of room to work with. That's going to be quite a difficult little shot.
So I think that they're going to have to deal with these gusting winds from go to low, which might get a little frustrating. So patience is going to be key as well.
Darcy Harry from just off the edge. Very hard to judge that roll through the shortcut of rough around the fringe.
Start of the day at 7 under.
Now Manon De Roey from Belgium. And they're the ones you want to hold early in your round. If you start missing those, you apply enormous amount of pressure to yourself. And that's a good one for her to walk away with par.
For Manon De Roey, Emma.
Yeah, she's only got 90 metres to the pin. She absolutely pummeled this drive. She's a long hitter, and that's going to play a really big part in today's round, being able to be more aggressive with wedge in hand. She looks like she likes this one, staring it down. Just come up a little bit short, but she'll have an uphill putt for birdie.
Yeah, that's not a bad position to be in. It's a very, very front right pin to find that small area.
It didn't look like it moved much, just a little bit to the right, uphill, so she can put a nice positive stroke on this one.
Oh, and she did exactly
the little
that.
knee bend, just couldn't quite. Oh.
Gee, that was very, very close, and that's a well-played hole. In the end, she probably wouldn't have been wrapped with exactly where the approach finished, but was still pin high, and it was definitely a gettable birdie opportunity. And the par 4 third.
Again, what you've got to be careful of is that bunker on the right-hand side. The fairway is fairly narrow, and that's a beautiful drive, and it is a long way past that bunker. De Roey now, her second shot from the centre of the fairway, middle back pin.
She's looming, isn't she?
I think she's looking. Oh, wow, there's another one. She's looking solid. She's sort of come out of the blocks like, okay, game on.
And that's also really important to do in these situations. If you're not ready to hit, don't hit. This looks good. The wind's taking it a little bit, just like we thought it might. Carries that bunker. Should be just fine over there.
Event in India with the LET, so that will inspire plenty as well, but making some serious grounds. Come on, keep rolling. Beautiful line on that putt. That rock solid start from Manon De Roey. She looks good.
She's got 93 metres, so about 10 metres less than the other two. An absolute green light. Her wedge game has been on point so far today, so you'd be looking for this one to be pretty close. She's staring it down. Probably won't be overly happy with that. That's going to be a really fast and breaking putt.
Yes, that didn't get any spin on it at all. Hit from, that's really something. De Roey up the hill as well. As she got enough, and she has. Beautiful putt after making a little bit of a mess of the previous hole.
On this par 3/8.
120 metres to the pin, 110 to carry that bunker with a little bit of a backstop. Not sure if it'll roll back down. It looks like it will. So you've got a little bit of room to play with short and long, but you definitely want to prioritise being on the correct level.
An even par 4 gainer.
Manon De Roey here. Could she take a piece of the lead? Oh, it never looked good off the putter face.
That was not struck well at all. It had quite a dead sound to it too, or a dull sound.
Almost like she had second thoughts since those 2 bogeys in a row. Now ball below the feet a little for Manon here. Emma, how far?
93 metres for Manon, and you're absolutely right about their pace of play. Darcy's ball had hardly hit the green, and Manon was already stepping in to play her shot. So they are moving quickly, and then they are waiting a little bit.
Is this putt got to be aimed at for you, Emma?
There's not much in this at all. She uses aim point as well, and only putting one finger up shows that she didn't feel much slope with the feet. Keeping up the pace, she would have got a good idea off of Sarah's putt.
Yeah, she didn't get that one right at all. She missed the line and the length on that.
She'll be confident though going into the back nine, Manon. She had 5 birdies in the run home yesterday.
Exactly, still very much in the mix as we go to Manon De Roey.
Emma?
Yeah, beautiful shot here, looks really good. Her distance has really impressed me off the tee. She was 30 metres closer to the green than Sarah was. And when we have some of these longer par fours.
How disappointing after 4 birdies on the trot as we go to our joint leader, Manon De Roey.
Had the line right.
Coming up just a little bit shy, but she looks solid. I know she had that bit of a mess on the par 5 around the edge of the green, but otherwise the rest of her rounds so far has been solid. She's just playing her own game. Probably not made the birdies that she was hoping, just made 2 so far to date. De Roey
for the outright lead.
Just coming up a little shy there.
Just waiting to see where that ended up in relation to the hole with Darcy Harry accidentally in our line of sight. Now with all that going on around her, with a tough par putt coming up for Sarah Kemp, can Manon De Roey put the foot down here with a long-range birdie up the hill? It'll break right to left. This is looking very good, and it just died on the vine. No stranger to a final day. We've heard she's come from behind to win before by a couple of shots. Has this for par. Makes it. That's a clutch putt.
Yeah,
maintains her lead.
She needed that.
8 under she stays. She's 1 clear of Uppo Wangrass. And
at this par 5, 14th hole, pin on the right side, 16 paces on. Oh, now that was lucky that checked up. A lot of them have been taking a decent bounce and going skipping forward, and has played such good solid golf today, giving herself chances. That's a beautiful putt. From where she was, it was down the hill a little bit of left to right break. Couldn't have done a lot more than that.
And that pin 16 on and 5 from the right. It's just about a couple of feet after another fall away.
The pin, but she's going to have to aim right. The wind is helping her bring that ball back toward the flag, but she can't take dead aim like she's been doing all day with her wedges. She's got that up really high, really quickly. Well played from where she was.
That's one of those shots, Sandy, where if she's to get the win. Last birdie was on the 7th hole after back-to-back bogeys, and she has parred every hole since. Can she sink this? This is looking good. Oh, wow.
How did that not go in? It was just tracking beautifully.
I was just about to write it in the book.
Wow.
2025 Australian Women's Classic may very well come down to this shot. Manon De Roey tied at 8 under.
She's walking after it, loves it.
Oh, that is a spectacular shot, and she gives herself every chance to take this outright.
You don't leave your fate in someone else's hands. She has put it squarely on the face of her putter and the putter that will rest in her hands. We've seen the 3 players in contention come up 18, Sandy, and absolutely land darts.
They have done. It's been unbelievable, isn't it? And that, I can't tell you how difficult that shot is. You can see the climb. It's just seriously steep. Sit down, and she'll be so relieved tonight. But, well, this is the putt
this putt to win the 2025 Australian Women's Classic. Manon De Roey rules at Coffs Harbour. Her third European Tour win. Now it's time to smile. She has been the model of consistency all throughout the day. She stayed in her lane. She stayed the course. She sinks the putt. Congratulations to the 10-year Tour veteran.
And you know, that's really tough too, because Caddy's asked the question. She thought she was leading, hitting that shot in there. And to find out that you're joint and to go ahead and hold that putt for the win. And very proud of that young lady too, Darcy Harry. And here we go.
She's the 10th winner of the Australian Women's Classic, the 7th edition of it. It's a hot day. The relief of the win, the relief of the shower. She finishes at 9 under, a 1 under round. And oh so deserving a winner.